Well, holy shit. This is definitely the news of the day. This might actually outshine the actually overflow and flood over the Vosh horsing around drama. YouTuber Twomad, dead at 23, investigated as possible overdose. Yeah, this is definitely the news of the day. The story dropped just a couple hours ago, right as I was going live. I actually went live a few minutes late because I got thrown off as I was about to hit the live button by seeing this news and had to stop and, read it for a second. I just got lost in it before I realized I was 2 minutes late to going live. Drug addiction is no joke. Well, remember, guys, Twomad was a pedophile and serial abuser, okay? He was not a good person. One of the things that he became quite known for within the lefty Twitter sphere recently was constantly making sexualizing Brianna J shitposts. He would joke about how Brianna J was his girlfriend, how he found her attractive. He would make tweets sexualizing her. For those who don't know, Brianna J was the 16-year-old trans woman who was brutally stabbed to death in a hate crime by 2 other teenagers in the UK. So yeah, Twomad was not a good person. You'll forgive me if I don't shed any tears. An eerie fact about one of the last things Twomad appears to have been doing before he passed, according to his Discord page, is he was playing Overwatch and seems to have not changed his active status for nearly a week. Did he overdose while playing Overwatch and the game is still open? His Discord says playing a game, Overwatch 2, for 6 days on Discord. Did he, die at his computer playing Overwatch after ODing? Who the fuck would want to die playing Overwatch 2? I mean, I guess maybe he wanted to see, the female Overwatch characters, the last thing he sees before he dies. How likely is it the OD was intentional? Oh, almost certainly intentional, yeah. Based on the story that we're about to read in a moment, almost certainly an intentional overdose, yeah. This is probably a suicide. Twomad was an avid gamer, and on the platform, you can let people know that what you're up to and what you're actively playing. In the wake of his death, people quickly noticed he's still showing up as playing the game. Even now, it pops up as him still playing. Law enforcement sources tell us the internet personality, who has millions of followers across his various YouTube channels and social pages, was found unresponsive Tuesday night at his Los Angeles area home. This after somebody called in to ask for a welfare check. We're told Twomad hadn't been heard from in several days by concerned parties, and he even missed some appointments. As a result, the LADP was sent to check on him, and that's when they found his body, although it's unclear how long he'd been in that state. Our sources say there was drug paraphernalia found on the scene, and at this point, we're told this is being investigated as a possible overdose. No foul play is suspected in the death. We've got a tweet here from February 8th, 2024, one of his last tweets where it was just a picture of I'm sure he got this off of Google, but it's just a picture of an M16. Twomad had caused concern among his fan base in recent weeks, including some strange one-off tweets he was posting last week, not to mention a bunch of photos of firearms. He's insanely mentally ill. The guy was an interesting character. In addition to skits, gaming commentary, and live streams, he was just very into internet culture and had a massive fan base. Like we said, millions of followers, but his videos would also get a significant number of views. And then here we have possibly one of the most horrific things to ever come out of the internet. I will not show it. It's the picture where Belle Delphine has Twomad's toes in her mouth for a photo shoot. Mind you, this is well into him being exposed as a pedo and abuser and stuff like that. So, yeah, Twomad, not a great guy. One meme, in particular, that he's credited with is one called "Good Night Girl, I'll See You Tomorrow." It features a shirtless Twomad walking up to the camera and telling some imaginary chick that he'll see her tomorrow, only to slip and fall in a cartoonish fashion. He also made a splash by once collaborating with OnlyFans model Belle Delphine. Twomad was embroiled in controversy of late, and has seemed to have been off the radar in recent months when it came to his content creation. His last video across all of his 3 channels was 5 months ago, and he certainly seemed to be in good spirits in it. He was only 23. Now, before you get too sad about Twomad, allow me to remind you, he was a pretty bad person. This is a tweet from Jameski, someone who is confirmed to be quite close to him, who tweeted, "I can finally say it. Twomad was a rapist and a pedophile. Over the past few years, he tried to murder me multiple times for helping the police and detectives in multiple states to investigate a lot of horrible things he's done. He wanted to take out multiple innocent lives by getting behind a wheel and going head on freeway while being high on illegal drugs. He didn't succeed once, as he overdosed before killing anybody, so he's tried it again. Despite him trying to murder me and multiple innocent lives, I've been trying to help law enforcement make sure he's safe, doesn't get hurt, and doesn't harm anybody. Please remember that he's a rapist and a pedophile. He continued to prey on the vulnerable even after the police got involved, including a 13-year-old in a mental hospital. The tragedy doesn't excuse any of his actions. I will address a lot of stuff when I fully collect my thoughts. Past few months have been a total mess and reason why I ended up in ER. Please give me time." Pretty fucking serious thing. Pretty serious thing to tweet. Now, obviously, it's been known for quite some time that Twomad is a predator and an abuser and arguably a pedo. So this really shouldn't come as a surprise, really. But a lot of people are nonetheless fairly skeptical. For example, Mr. Epsilon commented, Omni commented, A lot of people are commenting, okay, where's your evidence? In fact, Destiny quote tweeted it with, "What the fuck, post-proof lol. Otherwise, I want to make up my own wacky Twomad adventure stories for internet clout." But people have been replying to his tweet, not very happy with the fact that he kind of called out this person, considering quite a few other people have dropped their sides of the story as well and have given support and backup to what Jameski tweeted. For example, Rubber Ross, aka Rubber Ninja from Game Grumps, or just Ross from Game Grumps, tweeted in a... Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Recovering from the flu. And it's really hard to talk for long periods of time before my throat starts getting dry. Give me a sec. Ugh. Awful, I'm sorry. Rubber Ross tweets, "This is a lot, but yeah, I witnessed firsthand Twomad's threats on James's life during TwitchCon. He couldn't even go home because he knew his address and was en route to Vegas after threats. He had to use our hotel room to hide out while waiting for law enforcement." So it seems like there are some people coming out to support this story from Jameski. Dubus Goobus replied to that story saying, "Fucking gross. I wish I had more to say, but that's really all this tweet leaves me feeling." Oh, my throat. Oh, God, help me. Yeah. A lot of people have a lot to say about Twomad, and I think a lot more is going to come out about this as time goes by. I wouldn't be surprised if before the end of the day we get like another big bombshell about him that just hits the site. And I think over the next few days we're going to see a lot more. I don't think this is even close to the end of this story or anyone's coverage of it. This is wild, though. It's always crazy when a big YouTuber dies. Even if they're a bad person and they're not well liked or they're disgraced, it really sends reverberations through the internet. And, you know, it's wild to see the face of the internet change so abruptly in the blink of an eye. Like, oh yeah, that big YouTuber that was the center of all this drama, he's dead. Just straight up gone. Just dead. Forever. It's very, very bizarre. And the era of YouTube is only going to see more of this happen as time goes by, because, you know, people are fragile. There's millions of big YouTubers out there. And this kind of stuff, I don't know, just YouTubers dying is such a weird feeling. Am I the only one who feels that way? It feels different than like when a mainstream celebrity dies. Usually when a YouTuber dies, it's like a tragedy. Here, it's much less so, but nonetheless, it still feels weird in that same way. I don't know. Yeah, but YouTubers are just people. Some of them not good people. Twomad is one of those not good people. Fuck, I hope I die before Markiplier. That is the most parasocial thing I have ever heard. I get you might like his content, but good lord. That is very, very parasocial. That's all I have to say in response to that.